Hi parents, it is Miss Douthit back with the weekly updates for the week of January 26th. We're going to get started with reading. So we have begun Unit 4 in reading, and we started reading about our government. Students are learning about how our government was formed, what influences the Founding Fathers used to form our democracy, and the three branches. Our essential question is, why do we need government, as we also focus on why laws and rules are important for our society. Students do have a new set of vocabulary words for last week and this week. They actually came home with their trifolds today. We did them last week. Students graded them today. They checked their answers, should have corrected their answers, and they brought them home today. We will have a synonym and antonym quiz this Friday the 30th on this set of vocabulary words. The last three vocab quizzes that we did were fill in the blank for the sentences. We're switching back to synonyms and antonyms for the next unit, for Unit 4. And then when we get to Unit 5, we'll go back to the fill in the blank with the sentences. It just keeps things, switching it up for the students to make sure that they're on their toes and studying for different things. I did list out all of the vocabulary words, and then I did do the definitions that students are learning with those words in the email. Common Lit assignments have started back up, with 2 being assigned to students this week. Reminder that Common Lit is optional, but it is highly recommended if you do have the time for it. Students earn 10 star tickets for each article that they complete, and the 2 assignments for this week are Democracy and United States Constitution, so it goes along with what we're doing in class. Students have also been recommended books on Mayan that follow along with our theme of democracy and reading and rocks and minerals to support what they are learning in science. So if students log into Mayan, they will see recommended books to them, and those books are going to go along with our government, our democracy, and then it's also going to go along with what they're learning in science as well. Please make sure you're helping your child manage their independent reading for their 10-point RP goal that is due March 13th. That is the Friday before spring break. That is the last day of second quarter. And the 10 points are due that day. Students should be reading or listening to audiobooks so they can take RP quizzes during the school day to earn points towards their goal. Students are welcome to take RP quizzes first thing in the morning when they get to school, or they can do it during independent time during reading class. Some students have asked me about audiobooks, and I do highly recommend getting a library card from one of our local branches. I know that there's one in Bloomingdale, and I know there's one like closer to like 301. There's like a brand new one over there, but I know there's one over in Bloomingdale, and I know there's one over closer to 301. You're always able to get a free library card there. I think in the past I just had to bring like a electricity bill or a water bill to show what my address was and to show that I was a local. And you just sign up for it. They use the last 4 digits of your phone number. They use that water bill or that electricity bill to show that you are, a person who lives in the area, and they give you a free library card. But students can get one, and if they do, they can access the public library's database of audiobooks, and it's free. And I can even show them how to do that at school. We have HCPLC, which is an app that we have access to. And if students have that login information from their library card, then we are able to check out books to them or audiobooks to them, and they can listen to them. We have quite a few kids who actually do that, where they access those books digitally, even in the classroom. Speeches have been completed. Finally, we are done with speeches. Students did such an amazing job. It was absolutely amazing. They really impressed me. They did such a great job practicing with each other last week or the week before. And then, of course, last week with all of our presenting, they did such a good job. We have chosen our class winners who will represent their homerooms at the 4th grade competition on February 20th in the cafeteria. Our class winners are Nora Rowell and Adam Brevner. Very exciting. They will be the 2 students who get to go to the cafeteria to present in front of all of the 4th grade, and the parents of the winners also get to come in. Parents of Nora and Adam, you guys will get more information to come for you too. In math this week, we will be reviewing types of angles from last week. Students need to know the 5 types of angles: acute, right, obtuse, straight, and reflex angles. They will identify these when given just the angle and within 2D figures. In addition, we will be estimating angle measurements and using an actual protractor to measure and draw angles. We will end the week by discussing that angles are additive, This means if I create a 90-degree angle, it can break up into 30 degrees and 60 degrees, or 20 degrees, and 50 degrees. Students will be using addition and subtraction to solve for the unknown angle. I've attached 2 sheets as information for you regarding these concepts, as well as some activities you can do at home to reinforce these concepts. So if you take a look at the email, there are 2 attachments to it, and those are going to be things that show you a breakdown of what they are doing in math, and then some different activities that you can do at home to support in math. Valentine's and Valentine's Day on Friday the 13th. I know, spooky Friday the 13th. Students are welcome to bring Valentines to pass out to their classmates. Students can also decorate and bring in their own containers to collect Valentines if they would like. Students will get the chance to write classmates' names in their agendas, but here's how many students are in each homeroom. So in my homeroom, I have 23 students. Miss Urquhart has 24, Miss McCullough has 23, and then Miss Gruber has 25. So if you want to plan on buying Valentines for that amount of students, and then as we get closer, we will display the names so students can write down the names of their classmates in their agendas. If they want to do specific Valentines to specific people, they're more than welcome to. But we also usually just recommend on the Valentines, like writing from and then your student's name, your child's name, and then just passing them out to everybody. But it's whatever your child prefers, whatever you prefer to do. That is all for this week. We appreciate everything that you do at home to support your child. We are getting back into it. Now we're, getting ready for the end of the school year. We're getting ready for testing season coming back up in a few months. Um, we're happy to be back. That is for sure. I will see you guys in next week's video.